Alright, this is one of the two queens I captured. I've learned that this is a wood-dwelling ant. I dug these out of an old rotten log, a couple of old rotten logs. This is a species known as Camponotus. Somebody on one of the forums I was on said it's probably a Camponotus americanus. Whatever. Anyway, I've got them in these test tube setups. The a freshly mated queen can survive in these test tubes for a couple of weeks without being fed because they usually have enough fat reserves to survive. The idea is they'll cling to the moist cotton swab on the water end of the tube and lay their eggs. Once they get about 30 or 40 workers, it's time to put them into a habitat, which will be a later video. Now, someone asked on the last video, how do you tell the difference between a male and a female ant? Well, here's the body parts of the ant. This is the head, the thorax, and the gaster, or abdomen, and of course the legs and the antennae. On a female ant, the gaster is big and round, while on the male ant, it's more oblong or B-shaped. Generally, in the spring and summer, after a good rain and the sun comes out, the male and females will fly into the sky and mate in what's called a nuptial flight. Now, after a nuptial flight is the optimal time to collect a queen. That's when she's mated, and she'll quickly tear off her wings and start raising her colony. Now, termites do this too. So how do you tell the difference between flying ants and termites? Well, two ways. On flying termites, their wings, their two sets of wings, are about the same size, very long, usually longer than the body, and the same size. On a flying ant, the front wings are large and the secondary wings are shorter. Also, on an ant, the antennae are usually elbowed, where on a termite, they're pretty much straight. Now, I've jumped the gun a little bit. I was so anxious to get a queen and start raising some eggs and larvae. I dug these out of a couple of rotten logs. But now that I've researched a little more, these girls might not do so well because they already had a colony in the log. And the queen, all she does in a colony is continuously lay eggs. Most of the colony is female. There's only a few males that are bred, and they come out of unfertilized eggs, and their sole purpose is to take that nuptial flight and breed. I've been told by one ant geek that the two that I have, I should have grabbed a few of the colony, because once they have a colony, they don't even feed themselves. The colony does that. So it might be difficult to keep these girls alive. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try and feed them some flightless fruit flies in a different habitat and see what happens. But the best thing for me to do is to hold my horses and wait till the sun finally comes out around here and look for some flying ants. Now, it seems I have been lucky enough to see a couple of dead males around the front porch light. So to hedge my bets the next warm summer evening or spring evening, I purchased this 2-foot LED blacklight strip, and I bought a cheap Walmart white sheet, And I'm going to try and put the white sheet and this black light in the bed of my pickup truck and see if I can't capture some that way. So one of the next videos I'll talk about the different habitats. I made one, but it amazed me how big a hobby this was once I started pecking around on the internet globally. And there's a number of companies that actually make ant habitats. They call them formicariums. And I'll show you a couple of those in a later video.